Yeah. Check, check, check. Yo, what's up, Facebook? This is day 2 of the Liberate Your Mind tour. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I know I was talking in the car earlier and it was very loud, but now I'm in this beautiful garden. We're putting in some volunteer time. So if you can hear me okay, please give me a thumbs up, give me something, give me life, show me that you're alive. And we are at the Mannheim Community Garden in Kansas City. And we are here for the Liberate Your Mind tour today. Yesterday we were in Tulsa, tomorrow we're in Omaha, then we'll be in Des Moines. I don't know the state's order, but those are the directions we're headed. We're headed north. We're here in the Midwest for the next couple of weeks. For the rest of June, we'll be traveling through the Midwest and making our way through, just all these great states and connecting to different communities. If you don't know about the Liberate Your Mind tour, let me tell you a little bit about it for a moment before I show you this garden we're working at. Basically, the Conscious Resistance Network, which is the Facebook page you are watching right now, which is my website, theconsciousresistance.com. We are partnered with Bitcoin.com, which is a website, a resource all about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin Cash, and decentralization, economic decentralization. And that's a big part of our message here. So Bitcoin.com and the Conscious Resistance Network present the Liberate Your Mind tour. Liberate your mind. And that's about 5 different things. 5 different things. 1, waste reduction. So we're saving all of our trash, saving that so we can document how much waste we produce, try to raise awareness about lowering our waste, because apparently the average person produces 4.4 pounds of trash a day, which is thousands of pounds a year, hundreds of thousands of pounds over lifetimes. And we want to raise awareness about that. So 1, while we're traveling the road, we are saving all of our waste. 2, we are also doing community volunteering, like the event here right now. We're in this beautiful community garden right here, Mannheim Community Garden. So every stop that we visit, we volunteer at community gardens, we feed the homeless, or we maybe clean up a park. We do whatever the community asks of us to do and says that they need some support with. And so that's the second part. First part is waste reduction. Second part is community volunteering. The third part is meditation. I don't know if you can see this lady standing right over here. That's Miriam. She leads the meditation, the guided meditations. And then we're traveling with the band So Below. So Below is bringing psychedelic reggae conscious music. So we're bringing waste reduction. We're bringing community volunteering. We are bringing meditation. We're bringing conscious music. And then 5th is knowledge. I give a presentation every night about why you need to liberate your mind, from who you need to liberate your mind from, and how to do so. So that's about an hour and a half, 2-hour presentation that I give every night of this tour. All total, we're going to be visiting 58 cities around the United States. We already did Texas. We just started the Midwest. We'll be going to the West Coast in July. And then in September, we'll be visiting the East Coast. If you're interested in this, then please check out theconsciousresistance.com/liberate. Damon, if you're watching, please go ahead and share that link with everybody. But theconsciousresistance.com/liberate. It is very hot, guys. I don't know if you can see the sun. It's beaming up there behind me. It is very hot and I'm sweating my ass off. But I'm happy to be here because this is a beautiful place. So now that I told you guys a little bit about the tour, let me tell you about this place. So this is the Mannheim Community Garden. It's part of the Kansas City Community Gardens sort of collection of gardens that they have all around the cities. This looks like an apple tree maybe. Check this out. I think these are little apples. Yep. And then look, check this out. Cherry tree, dude. You guys see these cherries? Let me get in here. Cherries. Check that out, man. Oh my God. That cherry just squirted all over me. Cherries. So, yeah. We're here hanging out, doing community volunteer work. Here's the guys right here. This is our crew. We're doing some weeding for this community garden. As you can see, they're hanging out, doing some weeding while I get to talk and walk around. I'm going to sign off in just a moment so I can get back to work. But look, they have a little play area for kids. There's a stage over there, so you can have community events. Music can be here. So if you're in Kansas City, if you know anybody near here, Lawrence is not that far away. You can host events here. You can come play music. You can bring community together. And all of this is all food. Like they've got, this looks like tomato plants right here, starting here. There's some bees back here and some chickens and ducks if you guys want to check that out. Look at this. They got a greenhouse here. Let's check out some of these greens. These guys are doing well, very well. Raised beds. Look at that. So I see some questions. I'll just answer. Oh, I didn't waste the pit. Don't worry. Somebody said I wasted the cherry pit. There's like cherries all over the ground. Just trust me, they're not going to waste. But I see some questions about what our movement is. Look at this kale. What is the movement? My website, I guess the movement is the conscious resistance. What that means, and of course people say, what are you resisting? We're resisting authority, we're resisting centralized systems, we're resisting violence, we're resisting poison in our food and our water, we're resisting corporatization of government, we're resisting government power, but we're not resisting by voting. We're not resisting by fighting back physically or thinking that we need to overthrow the people in power. Consciously resisting is simply the moment, the realization, the recognition, the awareness that the struggle for a more free and ethical and just world is going to take confronting the systems of power in the physical world, but also working on your own internal tyrant and on your personal, your flaws, your insecurities, your doubts and fears that we each have that hold us back and limit us. That is what the conscious resistance is about. It's about bringing together spiritual awareness, personal development with a message of sovereignty, of self-ownership, of what some people call anarchism. And anarchism isn't a violent word. It just means that you think that everybody owns themselves and that they should have the ability to rule their own lives as long as they're not harming anybody else. So if you accept that and you say, I am a free, beautiful, powerful person, and I'm surrounded by so many other powerful, beautiful people, and we don't need systems like government, we don't need systems like corporations or any authority to tell us how to live our lives. Instead, I think that free people should come together and they should build beautiful community gardens, and they should build community centers, and they should build alternative currency markets and barter networks, and they should come together and have barbecues and just all sorts of beautiful things. My point is, if you see something in the system, right, whether it be it corporate, be it governmental, if you see something that is not representing the health and the wealth of your community, then opt out of that. If you don't like the banks, if you don't like that the banks are funding the pipelines and the banks are funding private contractors, military contractors, and surveillance, then stop using the banks. Opt out of the banks. Get involved with the local credit union, or use cryptocurrency or alternative currencies. And things like that. You gift economy, things like that. There's so many different alternatives, right? If you don't like the Monsanto complex or the factory farming violence, the industrial factory farming industry, well then start growing your own food. Start supporting a community garden. If you can't build your own community garden, get involved. Just put in 1 week, 1 day of your week on the weekend. Go volunteer for a couple hours at the community garden. You'll probably get some fresh produce to take home. You're going to come home with a lot of knowledge. I mean, there's just so many ways that we can opt out. So if you're asking me, what is this movement about? What is the conscious resistance? What is the Liberate Your Mind tour about? I'll reiterate again. We're promoting waste reduction. We're promoting getting involved in your community, because I believe that a world without government, a world without corporations, is going to be a world where we take care of each other. And I can't talk about that unless I'm actually doing it and leading by example. So I show people that, look, I'm going to reduce my waste. I'm going to volunteer in every single community that we visit on this tour, so that I'm not just sharing my message, but that we're learning. We're going to host guided meditations to introduce people to their own sense of self-awareness and personal development. We're going to bring conscious music so people can enjoy themselves, because art and music is important, and it's going to be important in the future, but we want it to be conscious and elevating us and growing us, not bringing us down. And then knowledge, talking about the problems in the world, right? The things we shouldn't hide from, even if they're not fun to talk about, but the problems, and then focusing on the solutions. So I know that was a long answer. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that answered your question. I'm going to go ahead and get back in the garden. I've been talking for too long. Let me show you these chickens and this duck real quick. Hey guys, look at that duck. Isn't he beautiful? Hey. How y'all doing, friends? I don't know if you guys can see, it's probably hard to see, but these are bee boxes here. Hives, beehives. You probably can't see, but there's just like bees flying in and out all over there. Yeah, so all right, guys, thank you so much for your time. I've been talking too damn much. Is El Paso on our tour? We already did El Paso. Once more, theconsciousresistance.com/tour. Danny Quest, I saw your name on there. Brother, if you can do me a favor, go ahead and post the link for these people so they can see it. But I'll say it one more time. theconsciousresistance.com/liberate will take you to the dates and the full information, everything you want to know about our tour, the rest of our stops. And if we already missed you, get in touch with me. Maybe we can come back and see you again soon. So as I always do, I want to say this to you. This is one of our shirts. If you feel like repeating it after me, then feel free. But remember this, you are powerful, you are beautiful, you are free. Peace.